idea.
It's good. It's passionate. You've got to be doing what you want to be doing, as you said. And we want to be talking shit right now. So we're going to do it, god damn it.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
So I've decided to change the sort of news section of the podcast to just being a general topics section. And some of it's going to be news, and some of it's just going to be random shit that I thought was important, or that anyone that's on the podcast, obviously, you can talk about whatever as well. And the first one that I've written down is these Steam sales that we've had over the last month. Are they harming the game industry? Are they damaging the ecosystem? Because there are so many people that don't buy games until they're on Steam sales. And then there's people who like will pirate the game when it comes out, and then they'll buy it on Steam sale to alleviate their guilt and shit. So how do you think that's affecting the industry as far as PC gaming?
Personally think that this summer sales and the winter sale, whatever, I'm just going to pick some seasons. The sales are actually very brilliant for the fact that, I mean, producers or people making the game might be like, that might be their last chance to make any money, and that sale might just bump them up to give them enough money to make on next game. But then, who knows, it might discourage them as well as like, oh, they're only waiting until it's really, really cheap, but then maybe that might be kind of a bad idea of going at it anyways. But I don't know, I appreciate them because I just go hard on them and just like buy so many games when the sales come out. So that's my input.
Do it.
Nick?
I remember this was like a topic that I came up with for the first ever podcast.
Is that right?
Yeah. It was like,
Is that where that came from?
Having like really deep discount sales, is it like bad or good?
Did we like make fun of you for it being a stupid topic? Because that would be all the more hilarious.
No, it was a good topic. You guys like thought it was good, but I was like really unarticulate and really stupid and really nervous, and I didn't understand what I was trying to say myself. But now I do, and my opinion of it has changed a lot since the first podcast, and I like it. Yeah, I think that it changes the value of the game, as in like psychological value. So like when you buy a game on an Xbox or whatever, or when you bought a game when you were a kid and it was like something expensive, you like treasured it and you're like, oh, this game, it's amazing, I need to play it all. And nowadays games are like more disposable. But as like for a business thing, it's great. Because like if you're an indie dev or whatever and your game came out a few years ago and it goes on sale on Steam, you're now making money again. Like physical copies of games, once it's not on the shelves anymore, it's not on the shelves anymore, and they're never going to see a penny from it again. Steam, it's always there, it's great. There are bad sides, but bad sides to everything.
Sorry, I had to open another beer.
It's a perfect transition.
No, it's not a transition. I haven't gotten a chance to talk about it yet.
Yeah, let's transition to you speaking.
Oh, that's perfect, yes.
It was like...
So, my thoughts are that most people don't base their their purchase decisions, not decision purposes, their purchase decisions on a sale that comes later. I think that most people that buy games want to have it as soon as possible if they give a shit about the game. And that the Steam sales, I've clearly had too much to drink already. Steam seals, that sounds like the next game to come out of Mojang. They, like the games that you buy from that aren't the games that you would have bought on release anyway.
Yep.
Because like a game I give a shit about, I don't want to wait.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people pirate games, for God's sake. Because they don't want to have to wait until they get their paycheck to get the game. So, yeah, I think that it can only do good. And I think that Nadi's point about a publisher that has had a game that's been out for a while can put a game in the Steam sale and all of a sudden see revenue from it again that they haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
What was the game? It was Fez. I saw a chart of their profits. It was like originally released on Xbox, there was a little bump, and then released on Steam, there was a little bump, and then a long while passes, and then summer Steam deals goes on, and it's 3 times the revenue of either of the other 2 releases. So yeah, I think that older games stand the most to benefit from the Steam sales. Like I bought. Did I even say the games I bought? I didn't. I totally skipped that.
God damn it, Nathan.
Let me go through this list here. Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, Blood
Okay,
Bowl
guess what?
Chaos Edition, Thomas Was Alone, Fallout 2, Worms Revolution, XCOM Enemy Unknown, which I've been playing a shit ton of. I'm going to have to talk about that again after I get through all of these. All of the expansions and shit for Deus Ex, DLCs, System Shock 2, Bioshock 2, Scribblenauts Unlimited, and then there's some other shit that was before the Steam sale. Okay, so that's it. That's what I've been buying. Nick, you died in XCOM Enemy Unknown. Sorry. You're dead. You were a support, and you threw some grenades and stuff. It was really cool. Some smoke grenades. It was
Is
amazing.
this recorded? Is this recorded?
No. It's okay. I'll make another you, and you'll be a white girl.
Make him Chinese.
You'll be a Russian white girl. Like we decided you were a Russian spy back in the day. That's right. I'd forgotten about that.
What?
It was me and Naughty, actually. It was me and Naughty talking about you. That's funny. Because you were like late or some shit, and we
I
were,
think I
like,
remember this.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like hearing about it and being, what the fuck are you guys talking
wasn't
about?
me
And then you
and,
just moved on.
It might have been me and Minish Gaming that we were talking about that you wouldn't
It's just
make
like a
it.
conspiracy of like a web of like people behind my back, like
I remember
making, like,
exactly
the
what
path
it
for
was.
me.
It was when me and Goal of Doom, because I kept on having to reschedule on him, or not Goal of Doom, Minish Gaming, because we're gonna have that podcast with Minish Gaming in it, and
Get
then
him on
I kept having to reschedule, and I was like, now we know what it is. It was that you were a Russian spy and that you were trying to arrange things, and you were sneaking around and messing with our schedule. Them was the days. But yeah, I'll put you in my XCOM team again, and I'll record every single match until you die.
So,
But yeah, I've got I was in the second mission, not the first one where everyone except one person dies, and I'm still alive, and I've got like 6 health, like literally 6 health, which means that I have no armor that increases my survivability whatsoever. I'm just managing to stay alive, and I'm not like leaving myself in the back. I'm just really talented. That's how it works. Yeah, but I've been naming all of my soldiers after people I know on YouTube and shit. One of them is my brother. He hasn't died yet. One of them is John,
I love
who
John.
used to be on the podcast. And if you've seen the podcast with... Oh, no, wait. He never did do a webcam one, so you have no idea. He's not like... He's like big. He's like a big guy, like muscled and like robust. He's the kind of person that you feel like if you punched him that you would move backward instead of him.
Yeah.
So I've got him with like all of the armors, and he's got like 40 health, and I'm sitting here with my 6, and he and I are the only ones that have survived the entire time. Like all of my other soldiers have died at some point or another.
I really want to play XCOM.
It's good.
Don't have it.
It's just a good time. I don't actually recommend playing it on Iron Man mode. It's just there are too many glitches and shit that you can't predict, and if you lose a character, it's just gonna be like,
Annoying.
I lost a character because the system wasn't quite right. So just play it on fucking casual ass hard mode. Only in XCOM is hard mode casual, but fucking just don't worry about permadeath, auto saving. Just play it on the normal ass modes and be okay with it. So I'm done enough with that.
Is that what you bought in the sale?
That's one of the games I bought. But
Is that all
was
of the games you bought?
Those were all
You
the
didn't-
games I bought.
Okay, as a like leading on topic, really quickly.
Yeah.
How long do you think it should be before like games go on sale? Because something that I've noticed, like even with games I do want to like play, a lot of the time I'm like, should I buy it or am I being stupid if I buy it when it's full price on Steam? If it's going to be 1 month away and then it's going to be like 50% off.
Well, the thing is, they can. I think they sell games for the PC prior to them putting it on Steam, don't they?
Yeah.
Like in stores.
Well, it depends on the game. Like most games come out if they're a big like AAA title, they come out
Sure.
on Steam day one. But if
Okay.
they not, then they wait a
All
bit.
right. Very
Games
true,
want
very
to
true.
be on Steam day one, even if they can't pull it off. Like most PC games make a huge percentage of the revenue off of Steam. I'm not going to give an actual percent because I'll be wrong. And somebody will make fun of me, and I'll feel bad.
87%. True story.
Yep, that's exactly
Or-
87.63% sales off of Steam. 2% off of GameStop. And then the rest of the percentages are those
Pirating and
guys that you
selling
see
to
on
their
the side of
friends.
the street with the coats, and they pull it out, and they got a bunch of shit in the sleeves. Well, you don't have those in the UK?
No, I'm just
That-
imagining somebody like that having games.
Yeah. I mean, that's the normal way most people get their games, right? That's where I buy all my games.
Down a dark
Yeah, man.
alley.
I've got a dealer.
Gabe
His name
Newell.
is Steve.
Gabe Newell just like
Steve
comes
Dealer.
out, comes like he pulls up in his car and he's like, "Hey, get in."
Hey, kids, get in my limo. Got some shit
Like
for you.
three.
Now I'm imagining as like a mobster boss, and he has this like side business of selling games a little
Gabe
cheaper
Newell.
on his limo.
Is the mobsterest of bosses. It's the mobbiest.
Oh, we
The
didn't even
Mobbiest.
answer your question. When do you think that a game should come out to the
You
summer?
totally
First-
didn't.
You just said it, and then we
I
just
think
way off.
I
So,
think 6 months arbitrarily. I don't know. It's probably different for every case, but I think that literally, if a game released and on day one there was a Steam sale, right, and they sold it on sale day one, they would sell a shit ton of copies.
Yeah.
And then those people would be able to word of mouth to all the people that missed it.
Yeah.
Like only the people who are really on top of shit do the Steam sales anyway. Only like actual legit gamers.
Yeah.
Gamers who are the hardcorest. Not really, but you know,
kinda want-
moderate
I
to
kinda-
hardcore.
I kind of wonder if it's like, if I mean, the people who make the game, they decide if they're going to put the game on the summer sale, right? Or
Yes.
they keep it full price.
Yes, they
Or is it up to
have to
Steam?
agree to it. I'm sure. There's got to be some sort of agreement. Steam
Like
can't
after-
just do it against their will. I'm sure.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, if it's a big game, they're going to probably want to keep it off for about 6 months until it dies down, and then try to like squeeze out as much money as they can after that fact. Right. So.
That's probably what they're after. But like, I feel like here's where I'm getting this. In the book world, there are a lot of writers, authors,
Mhm.
who will put their book out for free on their blog or whatever.
Yeah.
Temporarily. Like you can read.
Game musicians do this a lot. Yeah.
They'll
I
put
know what you're
out
talking
like
about.
a chapter at a time, right? And you can read this chapter for a few months, and they'll put out chapter 2 like a week after chapter 1, and so it'll taper off where chapter 1 will disappear somewhere about halfway through the book or whatever, as an arbitrary example. And so if you find out about the book after the fact, and they're about halfway through the book, and you go on and you see, oh, I can see halfway through the book, but I can't see the first chapter now. You'll sort of have to then buy the book. And then some people will put up the entire book for free on their website for a few months and then take it off again just to start the word of mouth going.
Mm.
And so the friends tell friends, and then they find the book and they buy it afterward. And some people just put up their book for free indefinitely and monetize the downloads or like advertisements on the site. And
Sure.
some people will put up the book for free and then they have other books that you can buy. I think that a lot of these techniques could apply to gaming just as well. And I don't think anybody's missing out by having sales early on, so long as the sales aren't for a very long duration. And in the case of the summer deals, it's for 48 hours that it's on sale.
Very true. Which, as you said before, only the hard disk chorist of the gamers.
Quote unquote, air quotes, hardest
Yeah.
chorist.
You said
Nathan Pavlitsky, 2012. I know it's not 2012, but
it.
that's what you're gonna have to quote me now because that's what I said. Actually, no, it would be
2012
Nathan
was a-
Piplinski, 2012, and then in quote Nathan
2013.
Piplinski, 2013.
God damn it.
It's like, what
2012
year
was
is
a
it?
good year. It was a
That
good year to be
as fuck.
quoting. 2013 just doesn't have the same ring to it when you're giving a quote.
Yeah, Doesn't quite sound right.
We just need to like bring back time every time we have a quote, make it 2012 again. But
Nothing interesting was told in 2013. Like historians would go back and be like, "Why is nothing quoted in 2013?"
it's July.
Nothing going
Why
on.
do we both still think it's 2012? We're halfway through the year.
Because we're
For my own
idiots, Nick.
reference,
That was a
I
long
was
time ago.
2013.
I knew it was 2013, but I always say 2012. It just slips out.
So
I'm
we've got
18.
some news. Or
Yes.
topic number 2 in the new format. Xbox is now allowing self-publishing on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And, more interestingly to me, every Xbox One allegedly will have a dev kit in it. Like, the software to make it a dev kit is inside the Xbox One.
I thought you were gonna say a dead kitten.
Powered by dead kittens. They put the sticker on there, powered by Pentium whatever, except it's dead kittens. No! Dev kit! Dev kit, damn you! And because of this, Warframe is reconsidering its plan to not go on Xbox One and changing it over to maybe go on Xbox One. We don't know. I think that Warframe is just sort of like, they're going to check it out and be like, nah.
I already bought my Xbox One.
Really?
Yeah,
did it,
you have
yeah.
the controversial opinion of thinking that the Xbox One will be better for you.
Yes.
I mean, it is a
I-
controversial opinion. It's
I
weird.
actually understand the Xbox One better. Even like better.
You
like,
said that, and I was picturing like you and the Xbox One going to marital counseling, and you
No,
walk out
no,
after
I
a couple
don't-
months, and you're like,
no, I
I
don't
really
mean- I don't-
understand the Xbox One.
At least you're working through your
always-
problems.
I always understood the Xbox One, and like last time we did this podcast, Noddy was saying why he thought it would be better for him. I understood, but now I understand it also from like a business point of view. Like if you look at the GameCube, which was an awesome console and had brilliant games on it,
Controversial
Um,
opinion.
whatever.
No, I loved it. I totally agree with you. I just get a lot of flack for loving
Yeah,
the GameCube.
Like it was also more powerful than the PlayStation 2, but then the PlayStation 2 sold way more because it had a DVD player and a CD player and just like functionality that the GameCube didn't have. It was just a gaming console. So like if Xbox is looking at what sold systems well before,
Yeah.
then having all this really good functionality like the Xbox One has is awesome. Like it's really good. The people who hate the Xbox One are mainly core gamers and shit, and they hate it because it's not just a core gaming machine. But I understand it perfectly now. Like I feel like I understand it perfectly.
I hate it because it seems like every single decision that Microsoft makes in regards to the Xbox One is like totally against all of the people that I represent as a gaming YouTube channel. Like maybe you call them core gamers, maybe it's just gamers in general, but like anytime they say anything with their mouth parts, it just makes the people I love want to kill them. And so I'm just like,
Well, I don't like Microsoft and their business practices or the stupid shit that they're saying. But if you're just looking at it as a console, which is a product without any like values attached, I understand it. Like I'm still somebody who prefers a PS4 and is going to buy a PS4, but I see what they're doing and I understand what they're trying to do.
also,
I think they're going about a lot of things wrong. Like I don't think like their internet on all the time shit was a good idea, and I didn't like it, and I still have problems with the console, but I get what it's meant to be doing.
the PS4 is gorgeous, and I want to have it in my bedroom.
Yeah, man.
Sexually.
It's like after the last podcast when you were like, "Oh, we need to talk about how the PS4 looks." I was like, I didn't even know what the PS4 looked like, and I looked at it, and it was just, it's amazing.
It's this gorgeous fucking
Just
prism of sexiness.
just
And
put
the
a
Xbox
picture
One
of it.
doesn't look that bad. Like people were complaining about the way the Xbox One looked, and
Okay.
I thought it looked fine. It's just a little like off balance. It's a little off balance and maybe a little gaudy, but like it's actually sort of pretty. It's nice. I would not mind that sitting in my living room, underneath my TV that I never use.
I'll probably put it in here. Actually, I'll probably put it in my bedroom, and maybe do actually more game recording in here instead. But
no, about the actual like, because we've talked around the issue here, the topic of them allowing self-publishing. It's sort of a big deal, and it's like the PS4. The things that I liked most about the PS4 was that they support indie devs, and I think that a lot of the biggest indie titles are going to be on both now.
Yeah.
It'll be just like the last system generation where Xbox had a lot of indies, and then the PlayStation 3 had a lot of the like quirky and risky indie games. So it'll be very similar to the last generation, where it was looking like, the PS4 was going to have nearly all of the indie games, and the Xbox One was going to have very little. Now it's close to the same, and the quirky ones will still be on PS4.
I used to have a really odd opinion about PlayStation versus Xbox. I used to think that Xbox had quality of games when PS4 had quantity of games. Like, you have so many different choices. And then I was like, well, they both have a lot of the games that. I mean, I play Black Ops at home. Like, my buddies play Black Ops on his PlayStation. Yeah, I'm playing Nathan. Those damn seals.
I've become a verb.
Yeah.
Pulling a Nathan.
I just got Nathaned. That was bad. He was just Nathan to me. Anyways.
It's not what's going on.
But then you're talking about like the whole like concept of like the console and the way it looks and stuff like that. I was like, that actually does play a part in it as well. And also like the controller. Like the PlayStation's controller, like I have pretty big hands. Like one hand can surround the PlayStation controller, and it's just kind of, it's like I'm playing a normal Nintendo like video game. It just like it's really hard for me to control, and like the Xbox is like it's comfortable. I'm just like, oh, that fits way more in my hand.
So next pull out. Oh no, we both got Xbox. Do you have a PlayStation one around? Because I've only got the Xbox.
It's behind my TV.
Oh. Close up on Nick's shirt. See, I don't like the PlayStation's controller because it's so damned light. And a lot of people, that's exactly what they like. Best controller in the world, he just held up.
Yeah.
GameCube controller is my favorite controller that exists.
I like the Xbox One better because you can't push in the analog sticks on this, so it's missing extra like buttons that you can on here.
Yeah.
Like they don't click the GameCube
Oh,
ones.
I see what you mean.
But this one has more triggers.
Does PlayStation have? Can you
The
customize
GameCube
your?
has 2 shoulder buttons.
Yes, 3.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they didn't have it on the other side.
Does
far
PlayStation
as-
have customizable analog sticks? Because
Uh,
Xbox
what do you mean
even
by
have add-ons to
customizable?
make them longer, right? So it's like easier for like if you're playing a FPS or whatever, you can have more direct. Like if you're gonna snipe or something, you can have like those keeks, whatever those things they put on to make it longer.
Well, I mean,
So
they
it's actually-
could. Is it the content producers that make those
Yeah.
little add-ons?
Probably
Yeah.
adjustable for both of them. Yeah.
It's up to
yeah,
them, man.
they also have. I've seen this is a PS2 controller because I don't have a PS3, but I've seen PS3 like trigger add-ons to make it look more like an Xbox One, so you don't just like fall off and like lose your controller like that
Where'd your controller go?
on the floor.
No, you're supposed to say, "I don't know. I have lost it."
I don't know. I have lost it.
Good acting. Okay, but yeah, I don't like how light the PlayStation 4 controllers are, and the PlayStation controllers. Actually, I don't know about the PlayStation 4 controllers. I've never held one, but
Right.
the PS3 controller and the PS2 controller is really light if you're used to Xbox, Nintendo, any other controller that exists. And a lot of people love that. I think that, like, if you're using a wired controller, the wire itself is going to be heavy enough to increase the weight of the controller, and it feels funny. Feels like you're being sort of pulled because the controller doesn't have the same mass that other controllers do.
They should just bring back the N64 controller. That was the best grip of them all.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite.
I actually loved it at the time
Yeah.
because it's fucking bizarre, and I loved
Pretty great.
bizarre. It
You'll
was
have.
stupid, but I loved it.
It lives on in spirit with a Wii
Mm.
Chuck.
In the spirit of my weenus.